My name is Hannah. We're going to be doing some yoga today. So you might need a blanket to sit on, or maybe a pillow or a small cushion, something like that. So if you're ready, let's get started. Let's place that blanket underneath the hips so we get a little bit of lift. It helps especially if your hips are tight. So if your knees are up here, you might need a bigger pillow to help open it up. So go ahead and close down your eyes. And just take notice of any sounds you may hear around you. The feeling of the air on your skin. And take notice of your breath. Without judging yourself, without trying to change it, just simply observe at this point. And start to let your day melt away. Melt away. Let anything that's happened thus far, let it float away from your mind. And we want to try to find some peace, especially with all the craziness going on in the world. It's really good to take a few moments out of each day for yourself, for your self-care. I like to view self-care as a necessity, not as a privilege. Well, it is a privilege, not as an option. If you practice self-care regularly, you'll start to find yourself more at peace. Maybe even love yourself a little more. Love others a little more. So let's take a couple of Ujjayi breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose, constricting the throat on the exhale, like you're trying to fog up a mirror but with your mouth closed. It's a very calming breath. You can use it anytime you feel overwhelmed, stressed. We're sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine. It should feel like there's a stream going through your spine, coming out the top of your head, and someone's pulling it up. There's a tendency to stick our chin out here and take our gaze up. Let's go ahead and draw that back in. Draw that chin down. Lengthen the back of the neck. And go ahead and set your intentions for the practice. Some examples could be, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am enough. Or maybe just simply a word that you can focus on to help ground yourself to your mat, to your practice. Or maybe just say a prayer. And start to close down your thoughts and your prayers. Let's start deep belly breathing here. We want to carry this deep breath with us throughout the practice. So start to lower your chin down to your chest. And you can rest your hands interlaced on the back of your neck. Let your elbows fall together. And we're not forcing anything here. We're simply resting our hands on our mat. Maybe take a moment here, use your thumbs and massage yourself. And go ahead and release your hands. Lift the gaze. And let's go ahead and take the gaze back, drawing a line with your nose. Feeling a stretch in the front side of your neck and your throat. And exhale, let's draw that line back down and lower your right ear down toward your shoulder. For a little more, you can rest that right hand on top of your ear. Left hand comes to the mat, fingertips touching. And breathing into the left side of that neck. And release your right hand. Let's bring it to the right side of the face and press the head back to the center. Let's drop that left ear down toward the shoulder. Left hand comes to the ear. Right hand goes to the mat. Fingertips making contact. And breathe into that neck. And we can assign our breath colors to make it a more visual practice, make it more fun and funky. So maybe when you inhale, imagine breathing in a life force energy, color of your choice. And then as you exhale, you can assign a color to that as well. You're exhaling all the tension, stress, worries. And release the left hand, bring it to the face, push the neck back to the center. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders, elbows pointing out from the shoulders. We have plenty of room in between our ears and our fingers. And start to draw big circles with your elbows. And take your time here, enjoy your practice. Really squeeze your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together like you're pinching them. Putting movement into our joints here. Let's reverse that. Gotta keep our bodies balanced. And release your hands down to your knees or your thighs. Let's go ahead and loop those shoulders forward, up, and back. And again, inhaling forward, squeeze them up toward the ears, and drop them down the shoulder blades. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. And let's take it back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, bring them up toward your ears and around to the front. Two more times here, inhaling up, exhaling down. One more. And exhale. Bring your arms out, open up, angel wings. Lift the gaze. Lift the chest, open the heart. And on the exhale, round your back. Start to give yourself a hug. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhaling, open up, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding out. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do two more of these. Open up with the inhale and close it down with the exhale. Last one, make it count. Lift the chest, open the heart. And exhale, round it out. Let's make our way to table. Enjoy the transition Take it nice and slowly. Set your blanket to the side. Bring your wrists under your shoulders. Spread those fingers out wide. Hips are over your knees. And sometimes our feet can go in or splay out. Let's keep those in line with our knees, parallel to each other. And let's rock the hips side to side. Notice any cracks or pops going on. And slow that down. Let's bring the right toes to the mat. Press into the toes. And on the inhale, let's lift it up. Making a line with our bodies, pressing through the heel. And there's a tendency to open the hips here. Let's draw that back down. Squaring the hips to the mat. Turn the right toes in, drop that hip down. Squeeze that bottom. And on the exhale, let's bring it through, knee to chest, and then plant your foot. Let's scoot that left leg back, coming into a crescent lunge. Left hand is placed under the shoulder, and let's peel that right arm up. Stacking the shoulders, opening the chest. Maybe take your gaze up if it feels good. Feel that stretch in the right hip. Option to come into a prayer twist here, lifting that left arm, hands going into prayer. And pull that right shoulder back. You kind of want your hands toward the middle of your chest here. See if you can stack your elbows. Stack your shoulders. And exhale, let's release out of that. Tuck your left toes, lift that left knee, and step back into a plank. You want your tail, your pelvis tucked here. We don't want it poking out. Option to drop those knees down. And let's take 5 push-ups here. So point your elbow creases to the front of the mat. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, back up. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push. 2 more. 1 more. Let's bring the knees under the hips. Sink your hips down to your heels. Walk your fingertips out in front. And rest your forehead on the mat, coming into a child's pose.
You want to try to feel very comforted here, very supported. It's a resting pose, so just go ahead, take a break, let the belly rest. If you want to rest your shoulders, go ahead and bring your arms down to your sides. Notice how your belly presses into your thighs with your inhales, and how the body softens on the exhale. Let's take 2 Ujjayi breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose, constricting the throat. Let's inhale, lift the forehead, walk the hands back out in front. Lift the chest and shoulders, coming back into table. And let's step that left leg out, bringing the toes to the mat. And let's inhale, lift that left leg up, squaring the hips. Turn those left toes in, dropping that hip down. Press your right foot into the mat. Pull that belly button in. Let's go ahead and bend the elbows and then press out of your shoulders, finding length. This helps take some pressure off the wrists. And on the exhale, let's bend that knee, bringing the chin or the knee to the chest and step the foot forward. Let's inchworm that right leg back and peel the left arm up, opening the chest. We're reaching from shoulder all the way through to our fingertips. Shoulders are stacked. We're breathing in that life force energy into the deepest, darkest corners of our bodies and our minds. An option for the prayer twist here by bringing the right hand up to meet the left, coming into prayer. Deep belly breathing here. Belly button to the spine. And release out of that. Let's tuck the right toes. Send the left leg back to meet the right, coming into plank. Let's lower the right leg down like a kickstand and open it up for side plank to the left. Option for full side plank here by lifting that right knee, stacking the feet. Option to lift that left leg up. Lower the left hand down by the ear. Feeling the stretch across the left side of your body. We're pressing through that left heel. Maybe reach that left arm back, grab the foot, and press it into your hand. Maybe take your gaze down for stability. And let's open it up. And we're going to crunch here, knee to elbow for 5. Inhale, extend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend and release to the mat. Let's tuck the toes, send the hips up and back for first downward facing dog. Take some time, walk your dog here by bending your knees one at a time. You want to melt the chest down to the thighs, get a good stretch in your shoulders. And inhale, let's roll to plank. Drop that left knee down and peel the right arm up. Modified side plank. Maybe take your gaze up or down. Whatever feels best for your neck. Let's go ahead and lift that right leg up. Lower the right hand down to meet the ear, the arm. We're stretching out that right side of the body, pressing through the heel, reaching through those fingertips. And let's reach that right hand back, grab the foot, press that foot into your hand. Always an option to stay in the last pose. Remember, where you are is right where you're supposed to be. Enjoy the journey. And let's open it back up. And crunch knee to elbow for 5. Inhale, extend. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend and release down. Let's take a child's pose. Knees mat width apart this time, toes together. Sink those hips down. Reach the arms out. and rest the forehead. Take a moment here. Feel the belly pressing into the thighs. Notice how your body feels in this pose. Notice how your mind feels. And check in with your emotions. What have you felt today? What do you want to feel today? There's this quote that says, think how you want to feel. And let's inhale, look to your hands and start to rise back up, lifting that chest, coming to your hands. And we're going to thread the needle here, so find your alignment in table. Let's lift the left arm up, opening the chest, reaching the fingertips up. And exhale, let's just reach the fingertips through. Inhale, reaching up. We'll do this a couple times. Exhaling, threading. Inhale. And this time, let's plant that shoulder. Bring your left temple to the mat. And we'll just rest in this pose. For a little different stretch, you can press through that right palm, bringing your elbow up and shoulder back. Getting a little deeper of a twist here. Notice how you feel without judging. Notice the sound of the music. And if you took the extra twist, let's go ahead and release out of that, bringing your elbow to the mat. And bring your right palm next to your face and press through, reaching the left arm up and exhaling back down. And let's do the other side now. So reach that right arm up and exhale, just sweep it through. Inhaling up, exhaling threading. Inhaling up one more time. And exhaling, let's plant the right shoulder and the right temple. Bring your focus to your right shoulder and breathe through that. Option for that deeper twist by pressing through that left palm, lifting the elbow. Deep belly breathing here. We're not holding our breath. Face is soft and relaxed. And release that left elbow down to the mat. And enjoy your last few moments feeling the contact of the mat with your face. And bring your left hand next to your face. Push up, lifting that right arm. Stretch and release down. Let's swing our feet to the side. Come to your bottom. And I'll turn toward the camera. Hopefully that's helpful. So let's bring the right foot, the right leg out straight, like a half staff. Left foot comes to the inner thigh. Bring your right toes back toward your face. And let's inhale, circle, sweep our arms up. Take your gaze to your hands. Give yourself a smile. And on the exhale, folding. Bringing your chin toward your knee. Deep stretch here. So we want deep breathing. Slow and steady breaths. And go ahead and bring your intention to your awareness. And let's say it 3 times like you mean it. And maybe you're at home alone, or at least in a room alone. So maybe say it out loud so you can hear what you're saying. Maybe you notice with each exhale your body starts to give in a little more to the stretch. And inhale, look to your toes and start to walk your hands back. Let's send that leg out. Send the left leg out. Nice wide-legged stance here. Toes are coming back to the face. We're sitting up tall, lengthening the spine. Sitting bones have contact with the mat. And exhale, lower down. Option to lower to a block here. You can maybe rest your forehead on the block. You want to keep those toes, it's automatic that my feet want to turn inward. Let's go ahead and draw those back up toward the sky. You should feel a very deep stretch along your inner thighs. Deep belly breathing. Deep stretch here, deep breathing. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling, and on the exhale, pull the belly button to the spine and start to roll up. You can set your block to the side. Let's bring that left leg out in front. Right foot comes to the left inner thigh. Toes are back toward the face. Let's inhale, circle sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold over your leg. Deep stretch in the calf and in the hamstring. Remember, we're breathing in beautiful, life-giving energy. And exhaling everything that is no longer serving us. Anything that brings you pain. And with each exhale, see if you can't sink a little deeper into the stretch. And inhale, look to your feet and start to walk your hands back. Let's make our way to our backs slowly. Remember, we're enjoying the transitions. Let's bring our knees into our chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Take a peek back. Make sure you have enough room to roll. And slowly roll onto your back, bringing your knees in. Take a couple of rocks here, side to side. Chin is tucked. Face is soft. Gaze is soft. Maybe your eyes are closed. And let's take a happy baby pose here. So spread the knees. Reach for either your ankles, your shins, maybe your big toes or the outer edges of your feet. And let's open up those hips. We want to try to keep the hips on the mat. And you can rock side to side here, see how that feels for a little massage on your back. Maybe you stretch one leg out at a time, pulling the opposite heel to the hip. And it's called Happy Baby, not Sad Baby. So maybe just take a moment here, lift the corners of your mouth. Imagine yourself as a baby. See what emotions rise with that thought. And let's hug our knees into the chest. Rock it out. And let's bring the knees over the hips. Bring your arms out to a T. And lower the knees down to the right. You can take your gaze to the left. Option to stretch out that left leg, grabbing your big toe. Twisting helps detox the body and it's good for digestion. And exhale, let's release that left foot. Bring your knees back to the center and start to guide them over to the left. Gaze to the right. Option to stretch that right leg out if you have room. And let's focus on our intentions today. Say it out loud 3 times to yourself. Deep belly breathing. Two more breaths here. And let's bring the knees back to the center. And slowly bring your feet to the mat and extend your right leg and then your left. Hands can be still out in a T position. Let's snuggle the shoulder blades under the chest. Chin is tucked. Feet are splayed out to the sides. And mentally, without moving, start to relax your toes and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Relax your fingers and wrists, your forearms and upper arms. Relax your belly and your lower back, your chest and your shoulders. Relax your neck, soften your jaw. Release your tongue down from the roof of your mouth. Relax your face and your eyes, the spot between your eyebrows, your scalp. Your entire body's completely relaxed. Shavasana is one of the most important parts of our yoga practice. It's where we put the bodies back into rest and digest mode. We're literally telling our bodies that we're safe. There's no need to be in fight or flight. One of my favorite quotes is, "You are right where you're supposed to be." That gives me a sense of peace and acceptance. Takes away some of the regret, second guessing. So maybe just use this time to meditate on that quote, or maybe for prayer. These last few moments are yours. And start to close down your thoughts and your prayers. Come back to your deep belly breathing. And just become aware of your hands and your feet. And start to put little rotations in them. And reverse that. Let's take a good morning stretch. So bring your toes together, point the toes, reach the arms up and behind you, stretching with an inhale and an exhale. Release that. Let's bend the knees, bringing the feet to the mat and then into your chest, and roll to your right side. And we'll pause here so we can mentally thank our bodies for stepping on the mat today. And mentally thank your mind for having the confidence to make it to the mat today. And one last time, let's think of our intention. And say it out loud to yourself. And when you're ready, bring your left hand next to your chest and push up.
find a seated position, maybe keeping your eyes closed down if that's comfortable for you. Let's inhale, circle, sweep the arms up, bring your hands into prayer. And on the exhale, let's lower our hands to our forehead so we can remember to think kind thoughts about others and especially ourselves. Lower them down to your mouth so we can remember to speak kind and encouraging words. And lower them down to your heart so we can remember to keep our hearts open and ready to love. Thank you so much for enjoying this practice with me today. Namaste.